It's 6:12 a.m. on the 28th of October 2025. The Caribbean is calm, gray, and quiet. Too quiet for a place filled with warships. On board the USS Gerald R. Ford, the most powerful carrier in the American fleet, alarms stay silent, but tension hums under every sound. From the command bridge, you can see the faint coastline of Trinidad and Tobago, and just beyond that, Venezuela. A radar officer leans forward. Unknown contact, low altitude, 8 miles, moving fast. The captain doesn't blink. Hold your course, eyes on. On the flight deck, 2 Super Hornets wait at the catapult. Steam rolls under their wings. Pilots sit ready, engines at idle. The radio crackles once, then dies into static. Every second stretches. If they launch now, it sends a message. If they don't, it sends another. The sea is still, the air heavy. Everyone knows something's coming, they just don't know from where. And as the first light hits the deck, one thought hangs in the air. Is this the moment the calm finally breaks? The Gerald R. Ford didn't arrive here by coincidence. This redeployment was deliberate, a clear signal that Washington's attention has turned homeward, back toward the Caribbean. A region once seen as quiet but now filled with strategic weight. These waters connect the Gulf of Mexico, the Panama Canal, and the oil routes of northern South America. Whoever dominates this stretch of sea controls more than shipping lanes. They control access, trade, and influence. From the air, the Ford looks like a floating city of steel and firepower. 75 aircraft line its deck, F, divided by A, 18 Super Hornets, E-2D Hawkeye radar planes, and MH-60 Seahawk helicopters. Every pilot, mechanic, and radar tech knows their work is not routine anymore. One wrong signal, one wrong move, could light up the region. Tactically, this position is gold. The Arleigh Burke-class destroyers escorting the carrier can track targets hundreds of miles away using the Aegis system. The Ford's sensors can sweep the sky and sea, covering airfields near Caracas and beyond. And far below, a Virginia-class submarine listens silently, recording every propeller beat. Together they form an invisible wall, a floating web of power that says without words, we're here and we're watching. But for the crew, this mission isn't about policy or politics, it's about focus. Inside the Combat Information Center, young sailors stare at green radar screens for hours, searching for the one mark that looks wrong. On the deck, launch officers wave jets into motion with precise hand signals under roaring turbines. They work like parts of a single living machine, built on trust and training. Even on shore, the story divides. In Caracas, headlines warn of foreign provocation. In Washington, officials call it regional cooperation. 2 sides, 1 sea, and the thin line between caution and confrontation. If you were standing on that deck right now, watching the Venezuelan coast through the haze, what would you feel? Safety or threat? Press 1 if you see it as strength, 9 if you see it as pressure. At 6:47 a.m., the warning comes through the headset. Single contact, low altitude, bearing 185. Inside the Combat Information Center, every voice goes quiet. A small orange dot flashes on the radar grid, moving steady. No ID, no response. Range? The captain asks. 10 miles and closing. Hold your course. Eyes on. On deck, the wind cuts across steel. 2F divided by A, 18 Super Hornets sit armed and ready. A plane captain checks the safety pins, slaps the fuselage twice, a ritual for luck. The pilot's gloved hand rests on the throttle. Everyone knows the routine, but this time it feels different. The contact creeps closer. The CIC officer calls up. Recommend visual intercept. The captain nods. Launch. Viper 1 and 2, ready on Cat 2, comes the order. Steam bursts from the catapult. The first jet roars forward, vanishing into haze. The second follows, wheels up, climbing fast. Over the radio, the controller speaks calm. Target 12 miles south, low altitude, non-responsive. Unidentified aircraft, the pilot calls. This is a United States Navy unit operating in international airspace. Identify and state your intentions. Nothing. Only static. Inside the CIC, the trace flickers, shifts left, then steadies. Contact maneuvering, the operator says. Could be testing us. Maintain presence, the captain replies. No lock unless fired upon. Minutes later, the Hornet spotted a small twin-engine plane flying low, hugging the line of Venezuelan airspace. No insignia, no reply. The lead pilot slides close enough to make sure they're seen, then pulls away. The message is clear without words. We're watching. Below, a MH-60 Seahawk sweeps the water with sonar buoys. One ping catches a faint return, something fast, small, near the coast. Another unknown. Another layer of tension. Bridge. CIC, the officer says quietly. We have possible coordinated probes, air and surface. The captain nods once. Stay tight, no mistakes. Engines hum. Screens glow. Fingers hover over switches. Nobody breathes too loud. The Ford moves steady, deliberate, one heartbeat away from escalation. And for a long minute, nothing happens. Just the low sound of the sea holding its breath. The radar picture starts to fill. A second contact appears, then a third. Multiple returns. Low altitude, moving north. The controller reports. The captain steps closer to the screen. Confirm type. Too small for airliners. Military profile. Possibly Su-30 seconds. Above the carrier, the two Hornets climb, scanning the horizon. Viper 1 copies visual soon. Their HUDs paint the sky in green light. 10 miles ahead, two faint specks shimmer in the sunlight, approaching slow but steady. Range 5 miles, the controller calls. Weapons cold, no lock. Maintain altitude. Keep them guessing. The captain orders. Down below, the destroyer USS Gravely tightens formation, its Aegis radar tracking every angle. Inside its Combat Information Center, the operator murmurs. Surface clean. Possible small craft near shelf edge. The screen flickers, showing one fast-moving return. Could be a patrol boat, someone says. Or not. The air grows thick with silence. Every sound of footstep, a switch click feels amplified. Bridge, combat enemy radar painting us, low power. The captain keeps his tone flat. They want a reaction, don't give it. For a heartbeat, both sides fly parallel 2 Su-30 seconds from Venezuela, shadowing two Hornets from the carrier group. No missiles armed, no lights on. Just presence meeting presence, each daring the other to blink first. On the forward deck, sailors line the rail, watching the dots overhead. Nobody speaks. The sun flashes off metal wings, and for a moment, it feels like time has stopped. Then a radio crack. Unknown aircraft changing altitude, descending fast. Viper 2. Shadow and report. Copy. No aggression. The Hornet slides closer, watching the Su-30 drop to low altitude, then level out again. Just a move, just a message. The tension breaks only for a second. They're showing off, the pilot mutters. Back on the carrier, engines hum, sensors sweep, and everyone waits for the next call that might change everything. The Ford keeps speed, her escorts holding tight around her. From the bridge, the captain watches the horizon and says softly, "In close encounters, patience is armor." Two sides circling, waiting, testing nerve against nerve. One wrong move, and calm turns into chaos. If you were in that cockpit right now, would you hold the line or fire first? Press 1 if you'd keep steady, 9 if you'd strike. The shift happens quietly. On the radar screens, the air looks clear, too clear. The Venezuelan fighters have turned south, tension fading. Then a radar tech leans forward. "Sir, ghost return on the same vector. Weaker signal." The captain frowns. "Recalibrate the array." "Already done, sir. It's reflecting off something, maybe a decoy." What no one sees is a small, fast boat slicing through the waves 40 miles out, hiding behind the radar shadow of a freighter. For minutes, it's invisible. The sonar team on the MH-60 Seahawk catches it first. Contact, small craft, moving parallel, no transponder. On the USS Gravely, screens flicker 2 returns, One real, one fake. Could be testing our reaction time, says the officer. The captain's reply is calm. Don't bite the bait. Track the real one. Above, the Hornets return to the carrier, fuel low, unaware the threat is right below. The small boat shifts course, close but silent, feeding false echoes into the radar net. The controller steadies her voice. Mark false. Filter it out. The ghost fades, leaving a single live contact. Everyone understands now. This wasn't an attack, it was a test of attention. A game meant to see how fast the Ford's crew reacts under pressure. The captain nods slowly. They're not here to strike, they're watching how we think. Moments later, the real contact fades toward the Venezuelan coast. The sea goes quiet again, but the message lingers: we can reach you without firing a shot. If you caught that decoy before anyone else, would you call it luck or skill? Press 1 for luck, 9 for skill. The sky above the Gerald R. Ford glows orange as the morning deepens. On deck, the rhythm is sharp. Launch, recover, refuel, but tension hums under every move. Everyone knows the calm won't last. At 10:12 a.m., the radar screen flashes. 2 contacts inbound, low altitude, moving fast, the controller says. The captain steps forward. Confirm identity. Possible Sioux 30 seconds returning from base, comes the reply. Launch alert 2. Keep formation tight. Steam bursts from the catapult as 2 Super Hornets roar skyward. Viper 3 airborne. Viper 4 set. Overhead, the E-2D Hawkeye circles, scanning wide arcs. Contacts confirm closing speed Mach 0.8, altitude 10,000. The radio opens. Unidentified aircraft. This is a United States Navy unit in international airspace. Identify and state your intentions. Nothing. The 2 Sioux 30 seconds climb, then separate, 1 high, 1 low. They're flanking, warns the controller. Hold your course. No one fires first, the captain orders. For a long moment, it's a standoff. 4 jets tracing circles in the sky, each one daring the other to move. No missiles armed, no lights, just raw nerve between them. Range 3 miles, the controller says. Weapons cold. Maintain shadow, the captain answers. Inside his cockpit, the lead Hornet pilot watches the Su-30 fill his screen. One press could lock it. One twitch could start a war. His pulse stays steady. Presence is message. Below, the USS Gravely reports sonar echoes faint, shifting like whispers. The destroyer's captain frowns. Possible sub, keep passive. On the Ford's bridge, the crew barely breathes. The captain's voice breaks the silence. In close encounters, patience wins wars. Then, a crackle on the radio. American aircraft? This is Venezuelan patrol flight. No intent. The words are stiff, but enough. Copy, the Hornet replies. Both sides turn away, climbing higher into sunlight. The sea calms again. The deck crew exhales, resetting for the next launch. Around the fleet, the message feels clear. Sometimes strength means not firing the first shot. If you were that pilot, would you hold your fire or press the trigger first? Press 1 for hold, 9 for strike. By afternoon, the sky over the Gerald R. Ford is calm again. No alarms, no jets in the air, just the low hum of turbines and the soft slap of waves. The danger has passed, but everyone knows how close it was. The Venezuelan jets returned to base. The small craft near the coast faded from radar. No missiles, no losses, but the message was clear. The Ford didn't need to fire. Its presence alone was enough. In the Combat Information Center, the captain reviews the log. 3 contacts, no engagement. He signs off, voice low. Silence means success. Around him, the crew resets checking systems, refueling jets, cleaning decks. They move with quiet precision, each knowing one mistake today could have changed tomorrow. Across the region, stories split. In Caracas, the news calls it proof of foreign aggression. In Washington, it's a show of stability. Both versions hide the same truth. Control now comes from being seen, not from shooting first. For the sailors, the routine continues. Launches, recoveries, endless watches under heat and noise. But something lingers, a sense that they stood on the edge of history and kept it steady. Strategists may call it a non-event, yet this calm day speaks louder than a battle. The Caribbean is no longer quiet water. It's a chessboard where every move matters. As the sun drops, the Ford sails on, her lights glowing against dark water, a silent warning gliding through the sea. If you think this calm proves deterrence works, press 1. If you believe it's only the pause before the next storm, press 9.